all presented here. So today we're going to see the topic about disaster management, which is handled by KAVI DEVI, ME, Assistant Professor, which I am specialized in environmental engineering. So next we're going to see about what is meant by disaster. So disaster is a serious problem. It may be a short or long period of time. It will be affect human, material, economic, even environmental losses we can be faces. So disaster is widely classified as the natural disaster and man-made disasters. Natural disasters or happens by natural hazards or anthropogenic hazards. Anthropogenic means that with induced by the humans, and man-made disaster which is artificial, that means the toxics or chemicals due to that the disaster is happening. And then we're going to see about the types of disaster. We already discussed about what is mean by types of disasters. So types of disaster, there are two types, natural and human caused disaster, which are named as the man-made disasters. These are the pictorial images of some types of disasters. So next we're going to see about the natural disaster. The natural disaster is caused by or happened due to the natural occurrence, that is that happens or reason for the geological or meteorological changes in climatical and environmental conditions. Some of the natural disasters are tornadoes and severe storms, hurricanes and tropical storms, flood, wildfires, earthquake and drought. So first we go going to see about tornadoes and severe storms. It is the thunderstorms, its outgrowth. It can be while we are seeing it will pictorial images like rotating, and it will shape like a funnel shaped clouds. It will be spread up to 30 miles per hour, and tornadoes maximally seen or we can see in US, that means United States. Then who is at the for risk for emotional disaster, that means who are going to affected by tornadoes and severe storms. Basically first affected by childrens and teens, which they are can't able to face on that situation, and then friends and loved ones, and the first responders and recovery workers and the old age people. So next we're going to see the topics of hurricanes and tropical storms. Hurricanes are some of the tropical storms that form in the southern Atlantic Oceans and Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico and Eastern Pacific Oceans. Hurricanes affect the millions of the people who live along the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico coast each every year. Parts of the southwest United States and the Pacific coast can also experience severe weather associated with hurricanes, which includes the tornadoes and floods and heavy winds. So here some of the pictorial images. So next we're going to see about the flood. Due to the heavy rain, we are facing a flood. In India, every year we are facing a flood situations. What is meant by flood? Flood is the overflow of an water that submerges land that is usually in dry. In sense of flowing water, the word may also apply as the inflow of the tide. So floods are an area of study of the discipline of hydrology and are of significant concern in agriculture, civil engineering and public health. This floods mainly happens due to the human changes to the environment. That means the where we want to store the water, the humans are accommodating that places. So we can't able to save the water. Due to that the flood is happening. Then various types of floods, that is aerial, riverine, estuarine and coastal, urban flooding and catastrophic. Catastrophic means that is pandemic situations of the all over world. So Then we are going to see about the wildfire. Wildfires are nothing but a forest fire. The forest fires happens of the various reasons. In naturally, the forest fire happens means that is a wildfires. So wildfires are happen to the unplanned, uncontrolled, and unpredictable. It can be combust the vegetation and starting in rural and urban areas. So, due to the lightning, the wildfire happens in a natural phases, and the lightened cigarette, throwing of a lightened cigarettes, and throwing of the alcoholic bottles, glass bottles, broken glass bottles, and used matchboxes, unused matchboxes are thrown around the forest. Due to some climatical changes, it will be happens. It will be affect the many more of the animals and the small microorganism which help in our ecosystems. So that is natural, the wildfire due to the natural and the wildfire due to the human activity, so that we discussed in before slide. So next, the earthquake. The earthquake is what happened due to the movement of the tectonic plates under the ground. So that movement causes seismic waves. These seismic waves causes the earthquake. These are recorded by the Richter scale by usage of graph, and this is called seismicity. So the next is the effect of earthquakes. What are the effects of earthquakes? That is, the first one is a shaking and ground rupture, then soil liquefaction and human impacts, landslides, fires, tsunami, and floods. These are the due to earthquakes. These kinds of disasters are happening. So next is a drought. Drought is due to the lack of water around many years. It will be happened. The many of the world countries are affected to the drought, and many children, many women, many pregnancy women are affected by drought, and many of their lives are lost due to this drought. So due to this, climatical changes may be one of the reason, and there is a dry seasons are affected by drought. So next we going to see the various types is based on the department. That is, based on department, disaster are classified by the meteorological, agriculture, hydrological. So next we are going to see about the man-made disaster. The various types of man-made disasters are there: stampede, drowning, fire accident, industrial disasters, and road accidents. First, we are going to see about the stampede. The term stampede is a sudden rush of the crowd people. That some of the political meetings or any offers are offered in markets, it will be happen due to the overcrowd of the people. And drowning means it's injury or a death worldwide it's happening. It's maybe a bike accidents or maybe a car accidents. Due to that, the injury or death of the people. And then fire accident, due to the fire it's happening. It may be a lightning or electrical short circuits, it will be happened, or any other leakages of the gases or fire accidents. And then industrial disaster. Industrial disasters happens due to the hazards of the four principles. That is a fire, explosion, toxic release, and environmental damage. So first we want, while we are running an industry, first we want to take part of this four safety aspects. First is fire explosions, toxics release, and the environmental impacts. Pictorial images of the both the natural and the uh, man-made disaster. So next we going to see about some of the man-made disaster, that is bioterrorism, civil unrest. The bioterrorism means that we are widespread affecting of people using a biological content like bacteria, viruses, like coronaviruses example, and civil unrest, fire, hazardous material spills, nuclear and radiation accidents, power failures. Biological hazards or biohazards, some of the natural which is affecting people means AIDS, malaria, and severe epidemics, plants and animals. That is a SARS. So this AIDS and malaria, and we want to include these 3 points with the corona. That is a COVID-19. So biohazards happens due to the pathogens. The pathogens mean some of the organisms take another bodies as their own organism and used to spread. That means the pathogens and toxins, and then these will be affect like famine, warfare, conflict, terror attacks, and holding a people in hostage. See, these are the social hazards. So that's all. So if you have any clarifications or any doubts, you can comment us. We will be clarify you, and then we're going to about see some general knowledge of a civil based one. So this is a small pictorial images. That is a world tallest buildings like Burj Khalifa. There are various buildings that we are included here. Thank you for watching.